All right, you guys, I'm sorry about that, but let me know when you're back with me, please. I will wait to begin until I see someone is in here. Besides myself. Because I actually don't think that YouTube is broadcasting when I go live. I actually think that I am on their bad side right now, simply because that last live that I did that went left, it had almost 6K views. The last one I did was like a couple hundred. We're back, Phoenix. I don't know what happened, but we're back. Seems like you're the only one here. I'm not sure, but I'm going to try to wait for some more people to hop in before I start anything else. Even though I was pretty much done with that JT situation. Yes, I'm just going to try to get situated a little bit. Okay. And I don't like the lighting that way, but hola. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure what happened. Thank you, because I think YouTube has been hating on me since that last live I did where it had a bunch of trolls in there. My lives usually do about 5,000 views. But then after that one with the trolls, I think the one I did right after that had like 300. And then the one I just got off of, I think it said 44 views. So I don't know if I am being shadow blocked or something, but I'm on Instagram. It says DDG calls for people on social media to stop the think pieces after saying he spoke to his son today. I find it so curious about why this young man continues to go online with his shenanigans, but I guess if you let DDG shenan, he will shenan again and again and again. Jonathan Majors and Megan Good, should I look into them? I want to leave their relationship alone. DVD, yes. I'm sorry, I'm just scrolling through Instagram looking for something to read on for you guys. If you have any topics, let me know. We're back. It's a vibe. Thank you guys for coming back. I am open to taking such JD. You're so awesome. Thank you for that. Even though you're about to go on a date, you didn't have to do that. I'll look and see if their relationship is true love. Okay. Let me look into that. Okay, well, then let me make it worth your while. Beyonce tickets are selling. Will this tour flop? No, I don't think so. She's doing like 8 shows, less than 10 shows. I think that um, when people found out that it was that small amount of shows, a lot more people decided to go than at first. I saw the magician card for her. I don't think Beyonce is going to have a flop tour. I don't, but I'll ask. That was my opinion. I'll ask after I look into Jonathan Major and Megan Good. Spirit, is there genuine love between Megan Good and Jonathan Majors? Is there a genuine relationship filled with genuine love between Megan Good and Jonathan Major? I'll take 3 cards, Spirit. Thank you very much. There's a little bit of deception behind their situation. Something true about it. I've seen this card in a marriage before when there's like a man who maybe steps out on his wife but never is going to leave her. It's a situation where I'm not a faithful husband, but I'm never divorcing. I'm going to stay married because I don't want to get a divorce. So sometimes I see this as a marriage card, considering they just got engaged. And this is a card that I do get for marriage sometimes, even if there's no love, there's still a duty. Here, though, there's something false about their arrangement, I believe. What a happy family card. This is what you see where you're like, Adina, am I going to get married one day if I see this? Yes. And you're going to have kids. Why do I get both of these marriage related cards in reverse for this couple? Probably JD. This happened for the sole reason to rehab this man's falling celebrity. His Coretta, she came in a clutch. Every man on the campaign needs a strong woman behind him. Martin was on the campaign. That's why he had a Coretta. And they say he wasn't faithful, but he was true to his duty as the husband. He wasn't going to divorce his wife, but he was on a campaign. And being married instead of a gigolo out there on the campaign trail trying to free blacks wasn't going to fly. He can't rehab his career from being a domestic abuser without a woman cheering him and championing him on. Megan, why don't you want more for yourself? I'm so curious about that. She is for hire, it seems like. I don't think there's any love here. This is a gay man. This might be her ex husband. This is same sex energy, especially when coupled with him in reverse. That's what Jonathan Major called her, JD. He called her his Coretta. She was already in, what did you guys tell me it was the other day? A lavender marriage. That's what this is here. That's what that is. That's a lavender marriage on the bottom. Hmm. She must be on what I was on. Listen, I don't think no man gonna treat me right, so you might as well just let me be your beard and run me an allowance of a few million annually. Let me look into this Ace of Swords in reverse. That's the concocted plan, I believe, the Decepticon of it all. This man was being hung out to dry. Seems like the industry just hung him out to dry with that, even though we saw that footage of that lady chasing her, chasing him. Did we ever stop to wonder if he was abusing her, why the hell she was chasing him? The only time I chased a man who hit me is when I was trying to hit him back. Yes, absolutely. In my younger years, but the industry hung him out to dry. And then Megan said, "Here, take my cup." Seemed like there were options. It's like you go to your publicist, your agent, and then they come up with this, okay, this is how we're going to rehab you, but we need a girl. And then they open this book and it has all these girls who are up for the job. And then, oh, okay, well, let's read her profile. I don't know why my connection just went unstable again, but somebody let me know if you're still here, if you can still hear me right now before I keep going. Can you hear me right now? Okay. So yes, they they went through the little book, looked at everybody's profile and saw which one would be a good fit. Megan kind of feels a little asexual. I don't even know if she wants real love. She's been through some things in her relationships. And I remember she used to be a party girl. I've seen her around on the scene. I've heard about her. So she might be a little burnt out from real, true love, especially in Hollywood. And now it's at the point where just run me my coin. I don't think that he would have been interested in dating a Black woman if not for this. Hi, Erica. 10 of Cups reverse. He needed a Black woman to rehab his image from the white women. He needed a Black woman specifically because the Black community is forgiving and he could rehab off of our backs. Mhm. Now he over there at Zeus with the Blacks and stuff like that, the low tier, but he got to start somewhere. You know, he was line dancing and shucking and jiving on some footage somewhere. He's using the black community through Megan to rehab. That's what that is. I don't see no love. He's acting, she's acting, and scene. My day is amazing, Erica. I'm about to probably go pop that bottle of champagne that I said I wasn't going to, but I'm in the mood now for some reason. Hi, Samara. You guys want to know how Tyler feels about? Never mind. You gonna be nice and litty for your date, JD. You drinking cognac? Child, if I drink some brown and go on a date, then that means this is probably the second, third, or fourth, or fifth date. And if you see me on a date and I'm drinking brown liquor, the date is not ending at the restaurant. Girl, you drinking cognac, finna go out on a date? I've read Tyler personally to see what she thinks about Black Americans. All right. I'm just shooting the shit with you guys a little bit because I didn't feel like recording a video. And so I thought I'll hop on live and show my face just so nobody can say I've been away for days and days and days. I'm just saying, JD, didn't you get a proposal after the Venus ceremony and you on a date too, sipping cognac? Child. Lord, I see what you've done for others. May you do it for me. Just kidding. I just left a date with my sisters and it was a great date. It's because I had a few drinks and I was just like, just let me hop on live. No matter what you have with the dinner, you already putting that grown people oil in your body. The wine on top of that, oh, that man is definitely finna have a good date. Congratulations to that man. I don't know that man, but congratulations to that man. Did I hear about the 14 girl that went missing in Arizona? No. Surprised they're in Detroit. Because I don't know what y'all doing in Detroit with the children, but we went to this restaurant called Harry's. It's a Louisiana style restaurant. I had blue crab claws and red beans and rice and boudin balls and 2 cocktails. Oh, yes, he is. You finna be on wine and cognac. Yes, the hell he is. I didn't hear about that. All right, Spirit. A whole bottle for you. Oh, okay. I forgot you in your 20s. I was gonna say, child, a whole bottle for me. I'm gonna be asleep. We're gonna skip right past all of that. I'm gonna be asleep. All right, Tyler. Spirit, just for shits and giggles. Spirit, how does Tyler feel about Black Americans? Carol, you remember? No more. No, no more. No more straight bottles. No more whole bottles. Nope. No more. No more. I would die. I would literally die. It was a little native girl. I'll talk about it. I'll look into it and give her a full reading. But y'all got good food in Chicago. I want to come up there and try. My friend lives there. I call her Chi-Town. She be going to this restaurant. They have these CBD infused drinks, these weed infused like frozen drinks, liquor drinks. I only want to try one, maybe a half of one, but I do plan on coming to Chicago to see my friend. I will look into Tyler Perry. I actually wanted to look into Christian Keys to check and see if he got that bag because he got really quiet after threatening to go public. So I'm sure he got that bag from Tyler. JD and Carol in Chi-Town, y'all need to hook up for some drinks or something or some lunch. Because Carol, I don't think you drink like that. So some lunch. Spirit, how does Tyler, the singer from South Africa, feel about Black Americans or Black American culture? I'm only asking this because it was a thing. People were asking, people want to know. What side I think is safe? I think I heard the South side was bad. She has Black friends. I think she has found her way into the culture. This is not the energy that I had the first time I asked. It was a little standoffish the first time I asked, but this time it seems that now she's made friends or the right friends. So it doesn't really matter if anybody else doesn't like her. Because at first she had some challenges. It seems like we were stubborn and didn't want to accept her. And on top of that, she didn't seem to care about trying to learn our culture or earn our respect. She didn't have to earn it. She went over our heads and got it from her friends who feel like we can give you the culture. You don't need their approval. We'll give it to you. And it seems like now she's slated to become the next something in our culture. And she just did a song with Sean Paul. So she's making some friends in the diaspora to work her way around Black Americans. She doesn't necessarily need us as long as there are other Blacks in the diaspora who accept her, and they will, because they probably feel the same way about us. And this was her standing her ground, saying, I don't give a flip about y'all. When people were speaking out, I don't give a flip about y'all. I'm here, and you will deal. Hmm. And I did a reading on her before, and I saw Jay-Z in there. She did she get a Grammy or nominated for one? Did they give her a Grammy? Hmm. The first time I read her, she was nervous about dealing with Jay-Z because of how she thought Beyonce would feel. I see she needed to do what needed to be done. She did what needed to be done. I don't know if it's that, but she made some friends. Okay, she got a Grammy. She campaigned for that Grammy. I'll say that much. Somebody asked me about somebody else. I enjoy um I enjoy that genre of music too. Is it I'm a piano? I'm piano. I would like to see what you guys are saying here in the chat so that I can. I'm a piano. Okay. I'm a piano. Okay. I like it. I like it. I'm not a fan of her music, but I like I'm a piano. J Hud. Every time I see J Hud's name, I kind of get triggered a little bit. I did J Hud and comment in my members reading. Carol, were you not there? Yes, Nana. I'm talking about Tyler. I get pretentious too. Very much so. You weren't there? Oh, Carol. I don't know if I want to rehash that in here. Good times in the members' lives, though. That was tea. But what exactly did you want to know? I'll summarize it for me. Tell me exactly what you want to know. Common is a Chi-Town player from the Himalayas. Do you want to ride in the backseat of my caddy? Chop it up with do or die. Yes, I did do a reading on Tyler, and I mentioned Jay-Z. I mentioned her possibly needing to do some things to get put on. You trust Common? Trust them to do what? To be? I trust people to be exactly who they are. That's how I trust. Oh, you don't trust them? Common doesn't necessarily hide who he is. I didn't know she had old songs. I thought she just sprang up out of nowhere. I don't trust my mom all the time. The older she get, the more I'm starting to trust her. Because she getting old and she can't, some of her ways are mellowed out. I don't trust her with my feelings. I trust her with everything else but my feelings. Because she'll hurt them. Oh, so she was popular in South Africa. Okay, well, JD, don't start. Don't get me going. You always get me going. Oh, okay. That's interesting. JD. JD always gets the people going. She's provocative. We don't know what it is that she be on, but it gets the people going. It's provocative. All right, what else you guys want? Somebody asked me something else, but I can't scroll up in my chat. My mouse, I don't know why. Somebody asked me a really good question though. I've never dated a Chicago guy, so I wouldn't have any bias against them or for them. They became a gospel group. That's interesting. Ask you what, Carol? All right. Well, will the government shut down for real this time? Okay, let's see. You mean like permanently? Like having no government? Is that what you mean? It's a vibe? Speaking of it's a vibe, Krishan, I said I was gonna read either Blueface or Ronnie Doe. Do you want to see if it's gonna shut down permanently? Spirit. They're fighting about money for contracts. They always fighting. That reminds me of a phrase from Eve's Bayou. Oh, Tyler Perry. That's it. When the dad, Samuel L. Jackson, came home and Megan Good, playing the oldest daughter, she was sitting outside waiting for him outside of the little parlor room because the mama and Madam Aunt Moselle and the grandma was in there talking about him, fraternizing with Maddie Monroe. And when he came in the house, she was like, "Daddy, quick, go to the bar or whatever they called it and have a drink. Mama mad at you." And he was like, he opened the door and he looked at them. He was like, "Who them?" They always mad. That's how I feel about the government. They always fighting over some money. Because everybody getting the money but us. That's why they fighting over it. Who pockets it's gonna go into this time? Everybody but ours. Unless you're in the crown of success, you're gonna get some of that money that they fighting over because we taking it right from them, right from their reserves. Spirit, will the government in the United States shut down permanently within the next 5 years or within the next 4 years? Will there be an ultimate crash, shutdown, dissolution of the US government anytime within the next 4 years? I asked for a time because even if I got a yes, who knows how long that could be. So I just asked for a time to cap it. I don't know about a shutdown, but they are fighting about money, and the money is coming from us, so to speak. Meaning all of this money, it's supposed to be allocated. We're supposed to know where all this money is and where it's going. But the money that they're fighting over, we weren't seeing that money. It was not going to the places it should have. So in that regard, I agree with Dodge and Trump and Elon. No, the money wasn't being spent where it should have. It wasn't going where it should have. It was going into their pockets. That's why they're fighting about it. We will continue, though, to lose things. Firings, reinstatements, this entity shut down, them trying to put it back, we'll continue to lose things. Again, they want to go back to a certain time. In my mind, I see pilgrims, horse and buggies. I smell 2 weeks worth of unbathed wages. I see fields being plowed. So agriculture will come back, but somebody gonna have to do that work. It'll be the closest thing to the founding constitutional days of America as they can get it for the next few years. They want to go back to the days from when they ran from Britain and they came over here with the spirit of colonization and the stench of blood on them from conquering. And anybody, any frivolous spending, any welfare, any charitable things like that, not even charitable, because this isn't even the Six of Pentacles. They feel like it's frivolous spending from the party that is not a part of the current administration. In this regard, I do not see a complete government shutdown within the next 4 years. What is the collective energy of the lunar eclipse tomorrow? Oh, that's why I kept seeing, oh, Michelle Lammy them, they're going to have a ritual tomorrow. They're going to do a coven ritual tomorrow. That's why the Empress was in her near future. And I said, what is this coven meeting? That's what I was saying. I haven't uploaded the video yet, but I will. It's a Michelle Lammy video. I said, they're about to have a coven meeting. I didn't realize the lunar eclipse was tomorrow. That's why. JT is going to be doing her little woo too. The current administration, this is one side against the other. But I will say, I'm not speaking about Trump or Elon's intentions. Not talking about their intentions. They are those sniffing out monies that people before them were spending, even the ones that you guys thought were amazing, and you would love to see them in the White House again. They wasn't doing right by the money either. They were putting it in their pockets. We'll continue to see systems that were built up. And I know you guys don't like to see these industries fall, but they weren't benefiting you the way that they were supposed to. So if anything, maybe this is an opportunity. Every challenge is an opportunity. From what they take down, we have an opportunity to build something else up more pure. I am a firm believer of some of the programs that are here in my community. It's a specific mentoring program that goes beyond just mentoring. They change lives. They changed my cousin's life. Her son, she's a mother, and his daddy ain't worth a nothing. Her son loves this program. They do great work. They're called Cut Close. I have another relative who has a tutoring business. He has for the past decade. He tutors in math and in STEM, math and science. And we have a lot of programs in my community that are really great. If we all invest into those, we wouldn't really need the government's education system. I don't know if your communities have them, but my community has a lot of good resources for mentoring, education. Like they got a lot of stuff going on that's really good that I would get behind. And so if they're taking away the Department of Education, look to things like that we can invest in to become the new Department of Education in our communities. That's where the Divine Nine needs to be investing some of their money that they raise funds for, but that's another story for another day. I don't see a complete dissolution of the government, my dear, but in this case, expect more and more to be taken away. Jobs, money, resources that people depend on, that's up for grabs. It'll be up to us to take care of our elderly. It'll be up to us to be villages for our friends and family and their young. Speaking of village, I am a proud village member. I'm a proud rich auntie. Not all the way rich yet, but I speak it into existence. I ain't got no kids of my own. And I think that was wise of me to do. So I'm speaking up for the proud village members. If you are going to induct us into a village, consent with us, please. Because y'all just be out here making communities and then forcing us to be in these villages. I mean, I love the kids, but if I got to be forced to be a part of your village, don't you think you need to call me before you and that young man whoop-de-woo so I can give my opinion about it? So I can say, hey, this isn't a good time for village member number one. Can we get on a group call with the other village members and see if they can pick up some of the slack? Because I don't want you to do this right now. It's not a good time for me. Y'all put a lot of pressure on the village and we wasn't there. Okay, we wasn't with y'all shooting in the gym. But yeah, like it'll be up to us to start rebuilding our own communities. That's what you can do. That's what we can do to get ahead instead of fearing about them. Render to Caesar what is Caesar's. They instituted these programs. We just have been benefiting from them. But if they decide to take away what they instituted, then what can we do about it but cry and protest? Or we can get out here and start investing into some of these programs that could use the help. Jello ball. If you are looking for a certain response from the spirits in favor of Miss Nikki, I don't think they're going to give it. I'm going to read them, but I don't need to read Jello Ball with the cards to tell you what the spirit said about him or his baby's mother for that matter, because both of them just fell out my hand. This man, I think their relationship was probably over before she said so. And I do see her being bitter because he's in a new relationship. That fell out my hand. All I did was this. And yes, the Queen of Cups in reverse, she's bitter. She's got emotions that she's bitter about. Queen of Swords in reverse, she might be jaded. You might have tried her and she's vindictive. Queen of Cups in reverse, she can't get past those nasty emotions she feels. Spirit. When it comes to LiAngelo, is that his name? Ball. He just had a baby with Miss Nikki, baby. I know my spirit's like, what? Who? So some boy named Ball had a baby with some girl named Baby. Is y'all all right? I hear the La Madama spirits. What? Who? Huh? Let me find that young man name, because my spirits don't understand. Nikki? Is Nikki a witch? According to my clients, half the women today call themselves practicing something, because my clients be giving me the tea and y'all just out here throwing all kind of stuff out here. Jello Ball. My spirits don't want to call him Jello Ball and then Nikki baby and they baby. That my spirits is old slave spirits. They like, what? What is them people name, Sugar? What is them people name? Ball had a baby with baby. We don't know that. What is them people name, Sugar? LiAngelo Ball. There we go. And her name is Nicki Maduris. There we go. Because my spirits was like, what? The Lama Dama spirits are the old slave women, the root women that were slaves, and they knew all of the herbs and they nursed the babies and they knew how to cure you when you were sick and they knew the root work and all of that stuff, and they seen visions. They had the gift of seeing things. Slave women. I got some of them in my courts. What? Who? Ball had a baby with baby. What Ball had a baby? Spirit. How does LiAngelo Ball feel about his children's mother, Nicki Maduris. I think that's her last name. Yeah, that's her. But I ain't calling her Nikki, baby. Because my spirits was like, who? Ball had a baby with some Nikki baby? What is that? I can hear him in my head. Spirit, how does LiAngelo? I actually like that name, LiAngelo. It reminds me of a good Italian restaurant, like an authentic Italian restaurant with good Italian wine. LiAngelo's. Welcome to LiAngelo. Welcome to LiAngelo. I want to go there. I know. All right. Spirit, how does LiAngelo Ball feel about Miss Nikki, baby? How does LiAngelo Ball feel about Miss Nikki, baby? This man has moved on. Seems a long time ago. I don't know about that, but this man has moved on. Been moved on. That's how he feels about her. He's looking past her. All he cares about is these two ones right here, them two babies. She can stand over there behind him. He don't want her. He's not pressed about her at all. He does not want to go back to her. There was some drama, either the drama that she currently presents or for whatever reason he left her. He doesn't want to go back. Why does he feel like she's bad luck? Especially with how she seemed to weaponize social media against him. He feels like she turned people against him, turned the world against him, so to speak. I asked how he feel about her. Stay away from me, Satan! That's how he feels about that lady. Sorry to that lady. I don't know why he impregnated her. Let me see this Three of Wands. Because why give her two kids if you felt this way? Something may have happened. Stay away from me, Satan. That's how he feels about her. He's got a new team, but I think he sees her as a tool that's used in gardens. I think he thinks she escorts. I think he thinks she escorts international garden tool. And he's moved on from that. I don't think they were in a relationship when she said that he was cheating on her. Somebody cheated, but he may have already made it known that he wanted to break up when he popped out with that new girl. Now, it might have been really soon after the birth of that other baby, but it seemed from his energy, this feels like, why are you doing this when you know what it is? You know I don't want you. That's how he feels about her. I'll see how she feels about him. Spirit, how does Nicki Maduris feel about LiAngelo Ball, her children's father? I think her family owns casinos. Maybe they did own strip clubs. I hope they got out of that strip club business when that guy Maul went down because she was dating him. I think they were into some dirty stuff together with those strip clubs and running a brothel. I think those strip clubs maybe are gone that they own, but I heard they own casinos. He was about to blow up their spot. How does Nicki Maduris feel about her child's father, LiAngelo Ball? It seems to me that her saying she wants him to see his kids may not be the only reason she's airing him out on social media. There are other reasons other than just wanting him to see the kids. That would be that main cup, but what about all those other cups? She wasn't ready to let go. Not only that, but she does feel slighted for him leaving her with those two kids. There's some bitterness going on here. Airing him out on social media was rooted in bitterness. Not saying she doesn't feel like she wants him to come see his kids, but bringing it to social media was done in bitterness. It seems as though she knew that they weren't this happy family. And so him leaving shouldn't have been an issue. The issue is what other reasons besides the kids. Cups are emotions. She loved that man. She loved that man a little bit because I think she might have stepped out too. They might have both stepped out on each other. Seven of Cups in reverse. I think she went to the game to try to trigger him. That's behind what else is in the cups besides come see your kids. She did. She wanted to settle down, but probably in her own time. It seems as though to not be so embarrassed. She went to that game to stunt, to wipe some embarrassment off of her because he dumped her. He dumped her. She felt that that was a betrayal. And because she just had his baby, and I empathize with that. She just had a baby. I can imagine if you just had a baby with the man and y'all were together during the pregnancy, then you probably thought that after this baby is born, we're still going to be together. Somewhere in between the ending of the pregnancy, the birth, and that time, some things went left. Maybe there was a rumor that the baby wasn't his because I think the both of them did step out. Nevertheless, he's more over it than she is. She is getting over it because she's forcing herself to be over it and the embarrassment of it all because he doesn't want her. That stings to her ego. Those biological clocks are a trick of the devil, ladies. There is no biological clock. Take your time, do it right, or don't do it at all. If you ain't going to do it right, don't do it. And my message about that is relationships aren't guaranteed, but them kids are. So choose and create wisely. Relationships can end, the kids don't. So, and for the women who think it's unfair that the man can come and go, get over it. I'm so serious. Even if you love me, I love you, and you hate to hear me say this, get over it. Simply because take that up with God. Women have more of a responsibility when it comes to rearing children. That's just the way it is. I mean, if men were supposed to have equal responsibility, then they would also be able to carry, they will also be able to produce nourishment after the baby is born. That lets you know that your job, the man's job, is to come and help. He's the help when it comes to kids, because all it's needed from him is a sperm. And then after he gives the sperm, the rest is on the woman. Whether that child even is born or not isn't dependent on the man, it's dependent on you. The power of life and death is literally in your pants. You know what kind of responsibility that is? Then they grow inside of us. We are made so that they can shift our organs around. We make milk so that when they come out of us, we can feed them and nourish them even after they're born. The father doesn't produce anything that is required for the child to be nourished. That should let you know that regardless of societal rules, natural rules says these are your, God said, I entrust you more with raising children as the feminine incarnation of me. That's just the reality of it. And so you can windmill and fight as much as you want when they come and then the guy leaves. But what is that going to change? Natural law is matriarchal. It just is what it is. So as soon as you accept that you have more responsibility than the male, then you'll stop getting mad when men have babies with you and decide to not be in a relationship with you anymore. And then you're wondering, what about our family? I'm just trying to make it a little easier. I'm not saying it's right. Take that up with God, though. Take that up with nature. It's just how it is. We, I just, the empathy is gone, because how do you not know what your body does? And even if a man wants to make a baby, guess what? He can never make one unless you tell him he can. Imagine that none of us would exist if women didn't consent. We're all here because of us. Not even the man. All they can do is shoot the club up. We have to provide the club. So yes. And then it's just like, well, since the man don't want to be with me, I go to the chop shop. I mean, that's your choice, but how fair is that? Because even the men that we choose to make daddies to our children is on us. We choose the men who we make fathers to our daughters and sons. So you got to even think about how the kids will be affected by this person being their father once you decide to lay down with somebody and have a baby with them. It's just like we do have the bulk of the responsibility, ladies. So it just is what it is. It just simple as, A, can I hit? No. A, can I hit? Yes. And boom. Outside of grape. I'm just saying, guys, I've had guys say, I want to put a baby in you so bad. Hold on, Satan. Hold on, Satan. Depart from me. I know not who you are. Yeah. So that's my thing with LiAngelo and Nikki. Yeah, just love the babies once they get here, or think about it before you about to let that man slide in and just be like, wait a second. We ain't using no nothing. I ain't on this. I don't know if I could do this. He might not be a good daddy because he ain't even pick me up on time for our date. So, anything else? Anything else before I go? Exactly, Nana. That's how I see it. Can't nobody shoot the club up if the club is closed. If you ain't letting them get in, and you got to check their IDs and stuff before you let them get in. Shine a little light on them, pat them down, y'all. Y'all just letting anybody up in the club, and then wondering why, man. All right. Anything else? Because I don't want anybody to get mad at me and feel like I'm too preachy. Stock market. Great question. Horribly. I smell a roller coaster ride for the stock market. I remember my mama. So my mom was the young auntie. She's the baby sibling of all her siblings and the baby girl. So she was the cool auntie, the T brand. Everybody would come to her. And when all my cousins got pregnant and stuff, and they would come to her when they was going through it with their baby daddy, she'd be like, man, why is y'all chasing behind this man? Just take care of your kids. I know it's tough, but I'm sorry, JD. I'm finna do Tyler Perry before I do the stock market. She'd be like, listen, you gonna have more of a headache going down, fighting the courts and all this stuff. My mama from the school of, I do it. And her husband was in prison, so she ain't had no choice but to feel that way, but she did. And she told them the same thing. Before y'all be running around here chasing behind these dudes, trying to beg them to pay something, you going down to the child support office and they still ain't paying, ain't even getting jobs, so the child support won't come out their check. They'll rather get paid under the table than to pay you child support. Why? Why are you putting yourself through that? Because now you stressed out, always mad, fussing at the kids because you stressed out. You can't enjoy peace. It seemed like it'll be harder without them, but it won't be. Tyler Perry. I'm asking why is he so quiet? I'll just ask what's going on with him, what he has going on in his energy currently. Spirit, what does Tyler Perry currently have going on in his life right now? What is the energy currently surrounding Tyler Perry's spirit? It does take a village, but remember what I was saying, Bobby. I don't know if you was on here when I was telling these people, but check with your village before you make these babies to make sure that we agree. Nah, because the village be like, hold on, we ain't signed up for this. We wasn't there with y'all. Call us before y'all get to humping on each other to make sure that the village is up to par with bringing this new life in. Because don't just sign me up to be a village member. I'm going to tell you, honey, I'm moving to the city. I don't want to be a part of your growing village no more. I'm getting a condo in the city. Because your village getting too big. And ain't none of these village people minds. Just call me before y'all lay up unprotected. What's going on with Tyler Perry these days? Why'd you ask that, JD? You heard something about him? I think he's trying to write something, maybe. He might be getting ready to come out with something. You might hear from him soon. He was quiet, because this is my quiet card. Silent contemplation before you get it popping again. He might be getting ready to pop out. Something's not complete yet. I think he's working on something. I think it may be funding, paying the actors, hiring a cast, and something with funding. Obviously, he's very wealthy, but he doesn't pay for these projects out of his pocket. Something about funding and maybe hiring staff for an upcoming project, actors, the cast, the crew. He's getting ready for something, though. That's what he's doing. However, I think he had to drop a bag to Christian Keys, though. Because Christian just came out of nowhere. Oh no, he didn't come out of nowhere. Something happened between them two. Somebody pumped the brakes on something, and Christian went public, start sharing a teaser. A teaser. Same sex relationship. Christian didn't get something that I think he was promised or he expected to get from Tyler. Maybe a show, maybe an EP credit. Bobby, Christian got it. Whatever he was trying to get, shaking somebody down, and since I'm here seeing it in Tyler's, I think he shook Tyler. Spirit, how does Tyler Perry feel about Christian Keys? And I seen Christian got an EP credit somewhere. Is it on Sisters or not? Maybe not Sisters. Is it the Madam show with Eva? I saw because my mama watched them BET Tyler Perry soap operas. I saw a credit, an executive producer credit of his, and I remember stopping and smirking to myself. I said, "Oh." I didn't forget about him. I've been toying around with the idea of doing a reading on him, but I was just like, no, I don't want to be a messy queen. Spirit, how does Tyler Perry feel about Christian Keys? I'm probably going to stop here. It's been an hour. I need to go see a man about a plant. I'm hot. I'm thirsty. I want to pop my bottle of champagne. Spirit, how does Tyler Perry feel about Christian Keys? How does Tyler Perry feel about Christian Keys? Who got something? Oh, you mean he got like a bag? Oh, yeah, Christian playing a game. The way a light-skinned bottom's supposed to. Just kidding, you guys. I'm just kidding. No shade to all the light-skinned bottoms. How does Tyler feel about Christian Keys? A successful shakedown. Want to know how I know? Because when Nene Leakes was shaking down Bravo and she had gotten something from them, I got this card. When I asked about Portia and Simon's marriage when they first got together, I got this in reverse, which let me know neither one of them were going to get what they got with each other for. He better work it. He's working it. He sees Christian as someone who successfully played the game. I don't even know if Tyler mad about it either. And he got his job that he was after. I think Christian got that EP credit that he was looking for and a little something extra to spin on the side. He shook him down. He walked him down. He walked him down. He feels like he successfully walked him down, allegedly. Pissed him off with that little stunt, though. Speaking out about some man in the industry. Strong arming me, extorting me on the low. It worked, though. And Tyler, since you so easy, for $250,999 and 99 cents, I won't do now another reading on you. Since you're so easy to be shook down, I could do more. I'm kidding, Tyler. I don't extort. I'm an honest woman about mine. Walked him like a dog, and Tyler couldn't do nothing about it but give him what he want. He gave him what he want, the chariot. Look at him. Look at Tyler. Nervous about it all. Here, man, just here, God, dog, man, here. Can't have nothing without you begging. Ooh. Walked him down for that quaint. And Tyler had to come up off that big bag. Tyler, why you didn't just call me? I could have told you. I could have helped you get out of this. I could have wooed Christian on down. He wouldn't have been able to shake you. He wouldn't have been able to shake your hand, let alone your pocketbook, your coin purse. Cause you old school, grandma lesbians. Y'all like pocketbooks and coin purses. You one of them lesbians, Tyler. Allegedly. Why you ain't just call me? Tyler, why you ain't just call me? I could be your lavender wife and your spiritual pit bull for $250 million and 99 cents. I could have got rid of that problem for you. He walked you down. Allegedly, though. Tyler, don't call Oprah. Call me. As a matter of fact, you tell Oprah to call me too. Eight of Pentacles. Did he get that show? I think he got an executive position on the show. Because I think when they were doing things together, I think Tyler promised him a show or something. Didn't give it to him. Ran off on him. I believe he had to sign all kinds of paperwork. NDAs, USBs, ABCs, all of the paperwork. All of the paperwork. Christian ain't gonna never be able to breathe Tyler's name for the rest of his life unless he thanking him for a project they worked on. Tyler said, if you ever think. Oh, these silly celebrities. I just wish that they see my videos before they got in all these shenanigans so that they could call me and I can tell them whether they need to shenanigan or shenana not. Because I'd have told them, Tyler, I can handle Christian. That's lightweight. Whatever he asking you for, how much is it worth to you to get rid of him permanently? I ain't talking about like going to glory, but he would have been easy work. Tyler, why you ain't just put a spiritual gag order on him? That's easy. You could have just zipped his lips. That's easy. Tyler, you need me. I never thought I'd be feeling for Tyler like this because I'm not into men like that. But Tyler, this is a business arrangement that could work. The only thing is, every time I see Tyler, I see Medea, and that would just be weird to me. The only way it would work is if he talked very flamboyant, like sis. You know what I'm saying? F that nigga. Like if he talk like that, then I can see him as my good Judy. But like if he be walking around in his Alex Cross, like a man, I don't feel comfortable seeing Tyler Perry any other way but than Medea, if that makes sense. It makes me uncomfortable. So I need him to be flamboyant behind the scenes. That's how I would be able to do our lavender. All right, well, that was cute. That was fun. Let me see if my man with a dog with a plant is home. Anything else before I go? Yeah, Bobby, I can't. I only want to see Medea because even if he doesn't play Medea, if he plays a masculine character, I'd be like, Medea, take that costume off. Stock market, okay. Spirit, what would the stock market look like for the rest of the year? Will it will we see more gains in the market than we see losses? Will we be in the green more than we are in the red? I trade options, but I have not in a while. The economy has been strange. Spirit, what will the stock market be like for the rest of the year? Will there be more gains than losses? Will we see it fluctuate as, what will it, oh, I just seen the King of Pentacles in reverse somewhere in there. I'll take 3 cards, Spirit. Yes, because it was too much like home. It hit too close to home. That's why he got mad at the Boondocks. There is some foolish mistakes going on with the stock market. If it seems like it's doing good right now and I haven't been invested in it in some time, don't be naive. Don't let it fool you. I'd be very careful with investments for a while, at least with this card, because something's going on with it while the government is governmenting. Something is up there, something is off with the stock market, and this isn't normal off. It's like it's rigged in some way. Don't be too zealous with your investments. Something about this, the new government, the new administration, and what they're doing, stock market ain't looking good. And the problem is, one side who was benefiting from the way things have been is no longer benefiting. I talked about this a little bit earlier, but I don't know if you were here. LiAngelo, you were here though. When I was talking about the government and the things, the stock market is going to be the same because it seemed like it was rigged from day one, or insider trading. Insider trading. That's what it makes me think about. The thing that happened in Congress, Dodge was created for some of this insider trading amongst Congress, stuff like that. While they are fighting each other, the people who had their hands in the system taking from it, it'll be topsy-turvy. Because it seems as though it was not working the way it should have before. And so now it's going to be even more chaos because one side is trying to bring to light all the ways that the systems have been rigged, including the stock market. Now, leaving their intent aside, because I'm not championing these people for doing this. I don't know what their motives are. I know Elon is filthy rich, so maybe he doesn't have any financial incentive. I think his incentive is power, not money. But he still could be dipping in the bag. Nevertheless, the side that holds the bag now, or the government that's in now, is now fighting with the government that was over all the systems that were rigged for only them to benefit from. While they're fighting, let them fight, but don't put your money up in it. Be careful. I'll say that. Be careful investing your money in the system. Oh, I mean, they asked Erica. It'd be good to invest elsewhere other than stocks for a while. At least the next 8 months are going to be very, very, very strange for the stock market. I like to say the whole year because I asked about the year. But behind the Fool in reverse, this is my card of find something better to do. That's what this card says. Find something better. They'll be okay, but order from chaos. I mean, if you think about it, Things haven't ever been okay. And once you lift up the rug to show people that it hasn't been okay, people are like, oh, we didn't even know all that stuff was under there going on. Things could be better, and maybe we'll come up with those solutions out of all of this. Order from chaos. Yeah, there's government legal stuff, battles and things like that. Dodge is siphoning through all of the systems that have been in place, figuring out where's the motherfucking money going, because it ain't going to the people. Now, I believe that their intent isn't to be just for the people. I believe that they're trying to show us, though, that we can't trust our government, probably, so that we will be open to another form. So I don't see a shutdown of the government within the next 4 years, but will it continue to deteriorate the government as we know it until something else different comes up in its place? Yes. But before they can do that, like I mentioned, I believe Elon's goal is power, not necessarily money. Power. When you have power, you have everything. He wants they want to see the government as it stands, the country, the system, the way it's run as it stands, gone away with. They want us to help them with it too. They want us to be outraged about the things that they're doing and taking away. Don't be. They want us to. Every time they take something away, just wait for them. They'll get mad about this. You know they loved it. No, we don't. We'll figure it out so that they can have a reason to. If we don't fight back, riot, and get mad, it'll make it harder for them to do what they're trying to do. But to answer your question about the stock market, be careful, my dear. Be careful, my boy. Even if you're not a boy, be careful, my boy. Yep. Situations like that, you can wake up and your whole investment portfolio be gone just overnight because of something that they got going on up there in the government, and then they can't get nobody their money back. Stuff like that can happen within the next 4 years as they are ordering out of chaos, dismantling to rebuild. Somebody asked me this. Did you ask me this the other day? Not saying anything's wrong with it, but I'm trying to remember if it was you. I don't know why people I don't know what people talk about online. How would they know if the elites are eating mermaids? How would the people online know about that? I highly doubt they were invited. Did that come from TikTok? Because I can't keep up. If by mermaids you mean girls who like to swim, sure. Spirit, you came up multiple times on your. Okay, well, let's see. Let's see. Because I might have seen it and didn't even answer it. I might have just saw it and skirted past it. Spirit, the elites of the world in all of their classes and kinds, are there any of them that consume what we would call mermaids if they exist? And I have to just say that just in case. Spirit, do the elites of this world, the people who are ruling classes, whether we know of them or not, do they consume a species that we would consider to be a mermaid species? I'm going to say that that is something that was brought up online on the internet. that someone took and ran with. Someone took that and ran with it. Not saying it doesn't happen, but hey, by Capricorn, you inboxed me a few days ago. I'm sorry. Hold on. You emailed me or inboxed me? Oh, I got a few emails in here. I'm sorry. Somebody, oh. Phoenix, you in here? You still in here? Because you asked me something too. Do I call the number provided? Phoenix, if you still in here, you give me your number and I'm gonna call you. Is this for a consultation? Okay, I gave you the consultation, but you want to but you would also like to participate. Okay. Okay. So yes, that same number is mine, but I like to call my clients because if y'all call me, then I like to have record of me calling you all for these consultations. So if you ever called me and something happened to where we couldn't get through, I like to say, okay, I have proof that I called you. I call you. Send me your number. I thought we were going to talk in the morning. If that's still what we're doing, if we're still on from the morning, then we're still on for the morning. Just send me your number. You need what for tax purposes? What are we talking about? Okay. And I have to get the charger for my computer because my battery is going out. So I'm just going to end this because my battery on my computer is about to die. Maybe I'll come back. Sorry you came in so late by Capricorn. You'll just have to by Capricorn. What inbox? I don't see your email, but text me. You said you're seeing what I was saying about Doechii getting the push? Yes. Actually, let me just plug this up for a second. I want to flash y'all my tickle bitties. Okay. All right, we're juicing up. I noticed that too. I was like, I wonder. Oh, I actually deleted Messenger because I needed space. I'm about to put it back on right now, just for you. Because I don't use Facebook anymore. After they suspended my account, once they let me come back on, I was like, I don't need you. Bye. And I needed space on my phone. So an app had to go and it was that one. Well, too late. I'm downloading it now. Okay. All right. Got you, Phoenix. And I just put Messenger back. All right. But yes, Doechii is getting the push that I saw. And it's not subtle. I hear people saying, yes, this is a very old school. This is one of my guest rooms. This isn't my bedroom, but yeah, this is a very old, sturdy headboard. Um, but people say she's a plant. No, she's not a plant. She's a push. They don't really do the plants. They're starting to phase out. Well, this was my grandma's house, and now it's mine. Um, the planting is a little bit more risky. Now they push. Now they just take someone that they had sitting idly by and then put a push behind them for whatever agenda. But let's take a look at Doechii really quick before I go. I really don't feel like looking into her. I just did a reading on her. I won't. It's too soon. Ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing changed about her yet. I am curious about the agenda that they want for her, though. They've never made a dark skinned girl the it girl, but that's where they're headed with her. I won't say the new Nicki Minaj, but parallel. They don't want to duplicate Nicki Minaj, but I think they plan for her to be the next, not the next Nicki, but the next queen, so to speak. They tried it with Megan the Stallion, but she's not versatile enough. No, I know she's not a plant. I just think that she's pushed. Yeah, like that. Blessings upon you, Miss Carol. Have a great day. Spirit, is there any agenda from the industry for Doechii? Is there any agenda from the industry for Doechii? Not saying from Doechii, from the industry for her though. Is there any agenda outside of her just being a great musician and making great music? Because they might just want her to just make great music and give agendas a break. Hmm. Two of Cups. I think they plan on her and Kendrick being the next king and queen. Yeah, I agree. I agree. They want Kendrick to be the next king of rap. Whether he does it like Drake. Don't expect if I say this for it to look like what Nicki and Minaj looked like and Drake looked like. Drake was a celebrity. He courted fame. Kendrick still won't do the shows, the red carpets, the social media stunts. He's still not going to do that. But I think they want him to sit at the top, and they want her to sit at the top, and it won't be like Nicki Minaj, not not as the aesthetic that she had. The baddie aesthetic is going. The aesthetic that's in now, the color for Oz now, is high fashion. That's why the girls are getting skinny, and they're all cozying up to designers. Cardi wants to do fashion more than music. Doechii, they're stamping her in fashion. JT wanted to get in fashion. Miami tried, but she lost her sponsor. The new color in Oz is high fashion, class. That's the next trend. Class, high fashion. No more of the lowbrow ratchet stuff. I don't think that she will retain 100% creative control of her career like people usually do when they're no name artists. The moment the industry decides to put their machine behind you, you got to relinquish some control. That's what's going to happen here. She'll let the industry start coming in and forming her, molding her. What was my question about her in the first place? Oh, the agenda. The music that whatever the case is, she has an agenda. So does Kendrick, though. I'm not saying it's a nefarious one yet, but there is one. They're supposed to be the new king and queen. In return, though, she'll lose some creativity, some creative direction of hers, and she'll start pumping out what they tell her to pump out. They'll still let her use her sound and stuff. They'll still use her to create because she has talent, but they will bring in their people and they'll call it collaborating. But slowly and surely, they'll take over. And whatever they let her create, she'll be creating to the blueprint that they want her to. They're trying to clean it up. Yeah, absolutely. The ones that are mainstream, the ones that are still used for mass influence. And right now, hip hop culture, R&B culture, that is in right now. If you're talking about like classical and country, no, those don't need an overhaul. Those are still clean. I did see Lizzo and some of them trying to get on the rock train before Beyonce rolls out her rock so that they can all eat off of that energy without saying they copied off of her. They're paving the way for that rock era that Beyonce might bring out. Two of Cups. They're getting a lot of favor from the industry because it seems like they are cleaning house. The people that they had propped up, they're all litigious. They are, they got stuff, they got charges and stuff that they could go down for. So now they got to bring in some new clean people who aren't at risk of catching a charge. Where is it? Yep, because the old big three is out. The old big three is out. And they are giving them unlimited resources. Her label wants her to work with someone, or, oh, Nicki Minaj has already kind of been, I think she actually relinquished. I think Nicki stepped back. I want to say the energy is that she's already no longer sitting on that throne, but I think she might have stepped off of it. I don't think she has anything more to prove. Anything else she does, it won't be to maintain her queen status. She'll just be doing it for fun. Aaliyah was dabbling into rock for her last album. She sure was. I had it. To be honest, Nikki stepped out before Doechii got her push, I believe. When she said she was going on a hiatus, I think that's what she was saying. But with all the love and the positive reception and the praise that she got from this latest run, she redeemed herself from the blackball era that she went through before, I believe, in her queen era. I did a reading once in my kitchen where I accidentally was reading Nicki Minaj, no cards or nothing. I just kind of fell into it. And I said she was at a place where the industry would be giving her, or the people that mattered in the industry would be giving her flowers. And I saw it throughout her entire recent rollout. She got the flowers that were being held from her, even if she didn't get the Grammy. She did get it. Nicki isn't going to abandon music, but maintaining her throne, I think she stamped her spot. I think she feels like I'm legendary. Let the other girls have it. I don't know about her career. I think she'll always do music, and I think she'll get into something else. She'll evolve into something else where she's a boss, because I don't see her not doing anything where she can't where she can't call some shots and boss some people around. But yeah, I get that. She's proved her point with this Pink Friday 2 era, the tour, the success of it all. don't think she feels any kind of way about Doechii. As a matter of fact, Spirit, and I'm gonna leave for real. This is a great place to close it on Nicki Minaj because I got some barbs in here. At one point, my channel was made up of barbs. Most of my clients were barbs. I had a very sweet relationship with them. I think I did one or two Nicki Minaj readings, and next thing I know, barbs was everywhere. They was calling me for consultations and services. They ran the bag up. The barbs have coins. I will say that every time I bring up Nicki Minaj, the barbs have coin because they spent plenty of it with me. And they always identified as barbs every time we on the phone. Hey, I'm such and such, and I'm a barb. I was like, this is really a thing. You know, I see it on the internet, but this is really a thing. Hey, I'm such and such, and I'm a barb. I thought it was so cute. You can ask me to read anybody, Nicole Yamaguchi. I love saying your last name, Nicole Yamaguchi. I'm not going to do a whole reading on her, but Spirit, how does Nicki Minaj feel about Doechii? I like her too, Jay. I wouldn't consider myself a bar. I'm not a fan of anybody. I'm a fan of whoever makes a good, a good music, a good song or something. I'm their fan for that project. If they are consistent with making good stuff, then I'm like, okay, I'm a fan of that person because they're consistent. But I'm a fan of everybody who puts out something that I like. I am a respecter of Nicki Minaj's talent. It's undeniable. Can you send me some Pink Friday emails? I was going to say, what is a Pink Friday email? Yes, you can, and I will wear them. Absolutely. I think those nails are cute. I think she did a good job with the nails. It's okay to be a barb. Ain't no shame. I just said Barb's got a bag. Y'all have money. Yes. Y'all got good jobs and stuff. I bet y'all smell good too. All right. Spirit, how does Nicki Minaj feel about Doechii? I've actually never had somebody that say, hey, I'm a Cardi B fan, or hey, I'm a such and such fan. But I have had dozens of you guys book consultations with me, tell me your name, and follow it up by I'm a barb. What Jamaican girl on TikTok does she cuss out? All right, Spirit, how does Nicki Minaj feel about Doechii? And then I'm out. I promise you guys. It's a lifestyle. Oh my God. What is it like in there? Is it all pink? Oh, I don't think Nicki Minaj likes what she said about straight men. Because this was in that external energy when I read Doechii. I don't think she dislikes her, but I don't think she likes the agenda she chose to come out with. The sun in reverse. This is black, something to do with black people. She could also acknowledge Doechii as someone that is going to be set up as her replacement. Nikki seems to be walking away from being heavily invested in music. So, you guys who are waiting for Nikki to come back and save rap, as I hear people say in comments, she'll be moving on. Nikki's walking away. So I don't think she cares about Doechii. Nikki has seemed to already have walked away after her tour. Why would she be jealous of her? I actually think she thinks she's a good writer too. I think Nikki thinks she's a good writer. I think Nikki might think she also may have Nikki influences to her lyricism. Nikki may not like what she said about straight men. Nikki may feel like what she meant is straight black men, and Nikki may not like that part. But Nikki isn't invested in music like that, and she feels like when she leaves, the game will be missing something. She feels like it won't be the same without her. But I think she respects Doechie's pen and Doechie's lyricism. She may even feel like Doechie is her son a little bit inspired by her, but not like in a nasty way. I think she respects her a little bit musically. But anybody would have Nicki Minaj influences unless you're Nicki Minaj's age. Because I'm sorry, but that was an undeniable entrance to the industry. I was there for it. And I wasn't young enough to be a barb. I probably was, but I wasn't. Nikki's 41 or 42. I'll be 38 this year. So we're not that far in age. And so I see her as a peer, like someone close to age, but I was there. I saw what the world looked like when she came on the scene. It looked very pink. It looked like very blunt cut bang wigs. And most of them was crunchy. The weaves was crunchy. But big old Barbie chains. They was selling big Barbie chains at the hair stores, and all the girls was going to the beauty supply stores and getting these big, gaudy, cubic zirconia, fake Barbie chains. Everybody wore, you know what I'm saying? We had layered shirts. So, you know what I'm saying? You might have had a little white shirt underneath with a little pink shirt on top. They had the Nikki hairstyle with the bang, the Chinese bang, and they had them big old thick gaudy Barbie chains, and everywhere, all walking through the mall, all you seen was little Barbies, little Nicki Minaj's. I saw it in real life. It infiltrated my little town. Then you go on TV, and everybody was like this. Everybody wanted, listen, I was there for Nicki Minaj, so I don't know. I was there to see it. She can walk away all she wrote. That impact cannot be denied. And I ain't seen not now one of these girls, including Cardi B, and all the push that they went into debt trying to push Cardi B above Nicki Minaj. Even with all that push in her legendary iconic album, I didn't see the cultural impact. I didn't see it. And this isn't even me being a shade. I'm just saying I was there. I'm not a fan of either one, but I was there. I did a reading on that beef, Jay. People don't understand it because they overthink it. She needed to create that beef because she was brought up to be the anti. It's not that she's trying to leave, it's a natural evolution from the Eight of Cups to the Nine of Cups. Natural evolution. And I don't think she cares for it as much anymore. The game's changed. The artists don't respect the art or the game, don't respect the art. Who is she going to pull influence from? Who's she going to work with? Who's going to inspire her to create? What's going in the world that would inspire anyone to create? Someone like Nicki Minaj, who is a creator and likes to feed off other creatives. All of her peers that she probably respects lyrically, they her age and they doing the same thing she doing, evolving out. So what is left? What is left to keep Nicki Minaj invested in music besides her fans begging and pleading? And her and Rihanna friends. So I'm sure Rihanna told her girl, F them people. They'll support you whatever you decide to do because those are your core fan base. So if you go and decide to go and open up nail shops, a chain of nail salons, they'll fill them up. But girl, F that music. And I'm sure Nikki was like, girl, you right, because I'm tired. Nikki might have thought she might be missing something afterwards. And she got to talking to Rihanna and seeing Rihanna afterlife. And Nikki was like, nah, I'm ahead on that. Yep, I'm ahead on that. See y'all later. All right, y'all. My two, let's go. That was Nikki. Yes, I said yes to the nails. I'll wear Nicki Minaj nails and do a whole reading on me wearing Nicki Minaj nails. I even did I just give Viola Davis real quick? Did I just give Viola Davis realness? All right, I'm head on that. Sure did. Yep. I make music and I am inspired. I'm actually inspired by my old music. I'm going through it and remastering it and stuff like that. I'll I'll ask that before I go. God dang, y'all just keep pulling me back. Nope, I'm not gonna ask because once I say I'm gone, I'm gone. God darn it. I got to practice boundaries, or else I'll just be letting y'all run all over me. It would be nice to get a Nicki Minaj and Kendrick Lamar collab. As a fan of music, I'd be here for that. But her loyalties are so strong. She don't, that'll probably be the nail in Drake's coffin if Nicki did that. And I don't think she wants to do that to him because that'll be just more of her making music with Kendrick because they respect each other. That would solidify Drake's death. That'll be worse than Whitney crip walking in Kendrick video. That'll be like Nicki crip walking in Kendrick video. I'd be tired too if you have to constantly challenge yourself to entertain today's audience because today's audience has an attention span of a gnat. And the vibrations are so low, the industry have water jaw vibrations down that the kind of art that probably inspires her would be appreciated. She had to be friends with Sexy Red, just, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Nikki, man, y'all so funny. Yes, the attention span of a squirrel, a gnat. Y'all got the attention span of a millisecond. People won't even listen to a whole album with more than what? What y'all get bored after 12 tracks and they can't be more than 2 minutes. God forbid it have a bridge in the middle of the song. Oh, when is this song ever gonna end? I got a song that's 5 minutes and it's one of my favorite songs. Doesn't even feel like 5 minutes when you listening to it. Didn't feel like 5 minutes when I made it. I've never listened to the Weeknd's album. Not a fan. If I want to hear the Weeknd, I'll hear the real thing and I'll turn on Michael Jackson. I make bridges in my music. I don't know about everybody else, but I got bridges, choruses, interludes, and my ad libs sound like more than grunts. I stack my own vocals and everything. We at you, but shit. just long enough to be a reel. That's how long the music is now. I do like that little. I like that Mutt song. I like that Mutt song. Anderson .Paak. I think I like his songs. I still like instrumentals. Some songs you either got to let the instrumental play at the intro or right in the middle of the song, in between the bridge. When you finna take it on home with that final chorus, sometimes you gotta let that instrumental play a little bit. Thank you, JD. I'm working on a Busted Baby mixtape just for y'all. Yeah, I've never been intrigued by the weekend. I don't. All right. Well, I guess this is where it comes to an end, you guys, for the night. But if you notice, I've been popping up a little bit more often, so don't wonder. I won't tarry long away from you. Actually, he's creepy to me too. Funny that you say that because now that I think about it, it's a little scary. Somebody asking me for real estate advice. Dios mío. All right, this was fun, wasn't it? Love you guys. JD, enjoy your dates. Never goodbye. It's always see you later. Mwah. Mwah.